going on, YouTube? I am back with another video, and in this one we are going to be doing a breakdown of my entire 2025 March Madness bracket tournament that I just took part in. So I just recorded the championship video, so as of the time of recording this, I don't know if I won or not. I do think I have a good shot. But by the time you guys are seeing this, you will have seen that championship video against FnFCollects. If you have not seen that, make sure to check that out. But I thought this would be a cool video to do an entire breakdown of all the boxes I opened for the entire tournament, and then show all of the best pulls and kind of talk about the value, you know, whether I came out ahead on the cost of the boxes or if I am still in the red. So there was 4 total rounds. The first 2 rounds, the price limit was $250 per box. Round 3 was $350, and then round 4 was an unlimited budget. Basically, you can open whatever box you wanted. So it did get very expensive. Now, you know, the fact that I made it to the championship, obviously I had some nice pulls, and I got very, very lucky. This is probably the hottest I've ever been in my entire life. I had some really nice pulls, which kept me going to the next round, and luckily was able to offset some of the cost of the boxes. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and hop right into the breakdown. Again, you know, as of the time of recording this, I don't know if I won or not, but I want to go ahead and get this recorded because I will actually be out of town this coming week. So just want to go over the entire breakdown and all that. So again, I kind of mentioned the price limits. For round 1, I chose Mosaic International or Mosaic Choice, whatever you want to call it. I don't remember exactly how much I paid. It was right around $200. Again, that limit was $250 for round 1. But I did pay right around $200. The next round, I chose Totally Certified from Target. Those were $150 on the Target website. And then for round 3 and 4, I chose Prism Fast Break, and the price at the store I got them at was $330. After tax, they did come out to $350. So the total cost of the boxes was $1,050. So 4 boxes, total cost $1,050. And now let's go ahead and get into all of the pulls, and I will save you know, a lot of the better pulls for last. And I do want to mention I did sell a couple cards. I'll get into that in a little bit, but I did sell a couple of the cards just to kind of, you know, offset some of the cost of the boxes, since I did keep going, and obviously it did get very expensive. Coming in, the total cost for the entire tournament did come in at over $1,000. So it got pretty expensive, but let's go ahead and get into it. Up front, these cards are nothing too crazy. This was pretty much everything like $5 and above. And of course, there's a lot of cards. I actually have some sitting over here. There's a lot of cards that I pulled that are probably like $1. You know, a lot of these like base rookies like Reed Shepherd or, you know, whoever it may be, some of the top rookies are probably like $1 or $2. I didn't factor those in. Basically anything like $5 and above, I factored in. So there should be about 21 cards that I just put at a $5 value. So I believe these first 21 cards, I just said they were valued at a total of $105. So out of the Totally Certified, we got the Sally Yoon, and basically, you know, his stuff doesn't have a lot of value, but this is a really, really nice patch. It is numbered out of, I think that's 99. Yeah, 99. So I figured that was a $5 card. And then the other stuff is a lot of the like the Prism Fast Break Color and some of the top rookies. So the Keontae George numbered to 50, Reed Shepherd Talisman, Jaden Hardy Orange to 125. And I'll just kind of fly through these. I'll kind of spend a little bit more time on some of the bigger hits. Koulibaly Red, that one's to 100. Siakam Blue, Paul George Blue, Mike Conley, Alexander Sarr, the Kaleidoscopic, Oso Iguodaro on the base Prism Fast Break. We got a couple Luck of the Lottery Fast Breaks. We got Dillingham and Donovan Clingan. And, you know, some of these aren't quite $5. Honestly, I think the Clingan is maybe like $2 or $3. But some of these are more valuable. Like this one's probably like a $10 card. The variation of Jalen Tyson. I do also want to mention, I forgot to mention this earlier, any of these cards that you guys see that you're interested in, please feel free to hit me up. Again, this coming week, I will actually be out of town, but if we can work out a deal, hit me up on Instagram. If we work out a deal, I can get these shipped out the following Monday. If you see any that you are interested in, definitely feel free to hit me up. Again, Cost of these boxes was very expensive, so I am looking to sell some of these cards. Honestly, probably most of them. But we got the Fred VanVleet numbered 220, the Iguodala auto out of Fast Break. That one's not numbered, just the base. And then the LeBron Talisman, like, there's comps on this one for like $10. So again, some of these are over that $5 value. We got the Reza Shea Mighty number 299. Bub Carrington purple number to 49. Another luck of the lottery. We got the Nikola Topic Reza Shea on the Talisman. And then finally the AJ Mitchell on the Prism Silver. So that does it for everything in that like $5 range. Now the next few cards are a little bit higher value. And I guess before I go ahead and get into those, I should mention the few cards that I did sell. So I actually sold from the Totally Certified box, I pulled a Reed Shepherd Z-Team Gold number to 10. And then out of the Mosaic International box I opened, I pulled a Wemby Base International. And then I also pulled the Giannis Razzle Dazzle. I sold those 3 cards combined for $180. So that did help offset the cost of that first Prism Fast Break box I got. So I just wanted to mention those. I don't have those. I'll try to throw the Reed Shepherd up on screen. I don't think I have pictures of the Wemby or the Giannis. But I did sell those 3 cards for $180. And then the like $5 range cards were $105. So let's go ahead and get into the more valuable cards. So we have the Baylor Shireman on the orange. That one's numbered to 125. The value on this one is about $15. So the only comps on this are right around 10, but they were sold over in China, and then the shipping was like $8. So I figured about 15 to 20 on that one. And then on the Isaiah Collier, I believe this one, I don't know if I found this exact comp or another comp that was in the like number to 150 range, but right around $25 on the Isaiah Collier. And then we have the Bronny James Jr. Prism variation. Comps on this one are about 40 to 60, anywhere in there. So I put the value on this one right at $50. And then the Rob Dillingham Blue, numbered to 150. There's only one comp on this one, $75. That's what I went with. I went with $75 on that one. And then the Jared McCain Purple, numbered to 75. I believe there's 3 or 4 comps on this one. They're kind of a little bit all over the place. I think on this one, I put the value at $125. I felt like that was pretty conservative. It's anywhere from like 120 to 160. So I went 125. Thought that was pretty conservative on the McCain. And then this one was a little bit of a shocker. So the Terrence Shannon Jr., again, not the biggest name in the world. I hadn't really heard of him, prior to pulling this card. But there were a couple comps on the out of 49. So the blue Fast Break Auto, number to 49. There were some right around $50. Since this is gold, number to 10. I just went 3 times that. The value of the blue. I went $150 on this. So I think this one I do have listed on eBay for like 200 or something like that. So hoping to get around 150 on that. So not entirely sure. Some of these are kind of hard to comp. This one is another one that's pretty interesting. So we got the LeBron Blue Fast Break, again, numbered to 150. Surprisingly, when I looked up this card, there were none sold. There was one currently at auction. So I put the estimate on this one at 125 to 150. That card actually sold for $250, which is pretty significantly more than cards in this like range number to 150 go for. But I think it was the fact that there was only one listed and none had ever sold, which was very surprising. I mean, this is a pretty new product, but I was kind of surprised that none had sold. So one sold at $250. I think I put the value at $150 on this one. Pretty conservative, I feel like, since there was a $250 comp. And then one of the better cards that I pulled at the entire tournament. Hopefully this got it done in the championship. Again, at the time of recording, I don't know if I won or not. I think I got a pretty good shot. Unfortunately, the centering on this one is just atrocious. Just terrible, terrible centering, which, I mean, go figure. Literally the one guy you're looking for, and you pull, and then the centering is just terrible. But anyway, comps on this one are kind of all over the place as well. Anywhere from like 220 to 350, or actually there might have been one over 4, so they're really just all over the place. And I think I valued this one. Actually, you know what? I didn't write this one down, so I'm gonna have to adjust the numbers on this. So I'm gonna say 250 on this. Again, it's anywhere from like 220 to like 400. So conservatively, I know it is off center, so I'm gonna say 250 on the Castle. And I just realized I actually didn't write that down on my sheet over here that I'm kind of referencing. So we'll go 250 on the Castle. And then the other two big pulls I had was the SGA out of Totally Certified Auto Camo, which is numbered at 25. There is one comp on this, I believe, at right around $340. So I'll put the value at $350 on this one. And then same thing here. LeBron James out of the Mosaic International. We did pull a gold City Edition numbered to 10. There is, I believe, one comp on this one as well, right around the same as that SGA, right around like 330, 340. So I value this one again at 350. So let's see. The total value of all the cards I pulled, I had at 1555, but I just realized I forgot to factor in the Castle. So if I make that $250, that is going to be a total of just over $1,800. So again, if you remember back earlier in the video, I did mention the total cost of the 4 boxes was $1,050, and then the total return on the cards is right about $1,800. So we absolutely crushed it. Again, that was probably the hottest streak of my entire life. Just 4 boxes, and we profited on all 4 boxes, which is absolutely unheard of. So I'm hoping I won the entire tournament. If you can't win the tournament with those kind of numbers, I don't know how you can do it. But we'll see how FnFCollects did in the championship video. But I thought this one would be a cool one, kind of a breakdown of like basically the hottest streak of my entire life. So that's the numbers. I hope you guys did enjoy this one, and I will see you soon.